Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for September 16th to the 22nd. This is for Sagittarius, Sagittarius rising, and Sagittarius moon. And before we jump into it, I just want to thank you so much for all your messages and comments. They meant the world to me. They meant so much to me. And I am obviously out of the hospital. I'm feeling a lot better. And I'll explain everything that happened in a live stream that I'll do this weekend. I love it when y'all join the live stream, so feel free to jump on. But thank you again. It really, really meant a lot to me. So just wanted to take a minute to thank you for that. So now let's jump in. This is a big week. You know, this is the week of the full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, but it is still an eclipse. So it is a big week of transitions. It's a big week of transitions, as I mentioned in your monthly forecast. This is such a big eclipse. You may have already been feeling it. All right. As soon as we kicked off this month, especially with that new moon in Virgo that we had. So a lot of big changes that could have happened with career for you. All right. Fame. That was, that Virgo new moon for you. But this, eclipse is in Pisces. This is your fourth house. So now there's a big focus on the foundations of your life, home, family, your domestic sector. Okay. Real estate. It's big. This is big. Okay. Family, children, all of that. But you could have been feeling a lot of pressure here. Sagittarians, y'all have been going through a lot of stuff like home related, recently. And when I say you could have felt pressure is because recently we've been having the Saturn squares and the Saturn oppositions. And so what I want you to, the biggest takeaway from this eclipse that I want you to know, like a big keyword is release. All right. This is a time of big release. And it is, I say that because remember, it's an eclipse, but it's still a full moon. And so a super powered, it's actually like a super moon, but it's a super powered full moon because it is an eclipse, and eclipses are game changers. Nonetheless, changes. Okay. Culminations, turning points, breaking down any walls. If you have any walls up, this is breaking them down, okay? Because in Pisces, walls do not even exist, all right? So this is a breaking down those walls for this great awakening that you're going to have, all right? So it also could be a very emotional eclipse, and I'll explain why in a second, but when I say release, even maybe having like a really good cry, that could be something that you may be thinking about because that's a release, okay? And when I say emotional eclipse, you're going to want to be in touch with your emotions. And sometimes, and I say this all the time, having these breakdowns lead to these great breakthroughs. All right. I can attest to it. I have them all the time. And don't forget that Mars is in Cancer. So that is amplifying that energy in terms of heightened emotions that I talked about recently. So yes, this could be definitely an emotional eclipse, but use it to empower yourself. Use it to release the things that no longer serve you well, so you can feel empowered moving forward. All right. So remember, this is eclipse season. So that is why I just left you a little reminder at the bottom here. In 2 weeks from now, we're going to have another eclipse. And this is going to be a solar eclipse in Libra. And this one's great for y'all. Oh my goodness. It's your 11th house. Friends, groups you belong to. It's very social, super social, but also your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. So just know that when I say this is a time for transition and changes, this is a process. This is weeks of it. So this is a great time for this week to release the things that no longer serve you well, to make room for what's going to bring you this great balance in your life. All right. Remember, Libra's all about balance. And we're going to talk about that because you see, we're also moving into Libra season. But just know on Tuesday, September 17th, when we do have this eclipse, I think I mentioned this in your monthly forecast. Pay attention to what happens this month, because it's giving you this preview, this peekaboo into 2025, because the lunar nodes are shifting to the Pisces Virgo axis. So this is going to be major for you when it comes to home and work. All right. So, and not only just 2025, 2026, that's when we end this eclipse cycle. All right. And then we move into the Aquarius Leo axis. Y'all gonna be traveling so much when we get to 2026, but we'll talk about that in 2026. So for now, with this eclipse, we have Saturn, Neptune, obviously the moon in Pisces, right? And then we have the sun and Mercury and Virgo. So if you want to throw Jupiter in there, you can throw Jupiter in there. Jupiter's in Gemini. That makes 6 planets in mutable signs for this eclipse. That's change. But this is, it's almost like adapting easily. All right. So whatever changes are happening here, it may be easy for you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And eclipses, like, I feel like a lot of people, I did that video on what to expect with eclipses. Like, never fear eclipses. It just, this, change is only constant in the world, and eclipses just bring change, and you're going to feel this like transition and maybe even just like an adjustment. Now, the one thing that I really want you to pay attention to with this eclipse in particular is that Neptune will be conjuncting the eclipse. Saturn is obviously up there too. They're both in Pisces. Very watery. Remember what I said, emotional, like Pisces being a water sign, but intuitive. You're going to feel this intuitive spark and drive, and it will, yes, again, like be equally emotional. The moon itself is just like very emotional. Pisces is the collective unconscious. So Pisces is very dreamy. And when I say that, yes, literal dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. They could be sending your messages around this time, but also dreams as in, I have a dream and I am going to do everything to make it come true. Okay. Everything that can make it come true. So this eclipse is really asking you to go within. With Neptune conjuncting the eclipse, it's asking you to be honest with yourself about your pursuits. Okay. Is there something that you do need to release? Is there something that does have to end? Even within you, is there something about you that you're just like, okay, I don't want to be like this anymore. There's a new me coming about. There's a new me. So just keep that in mind. This eclipse is all about creativity, by the way. It's creativity, it's imagination. Use it to your advantage. It's healing, all right? Both mentally and emotionally, all right? Mental, emotional health that I'm talking about, spiritually as well. This is a very spiritual eclipse. Pisces is very spiritual, empathetic, compassionate. When I say emotions may be heightened around this time. It is a collective unconscious that we're talking about when we think about Pisces. If you want to think about Pisces, like if you break it down to its actual like constellation, right? It is the fish going upstream, the fish going downstream. You can think of that as like conscious and the unconscious or subconscious. But what I want you to do is think of it as you being a part of a school of fish, all right? All swimming toward this great awakening. This eclipse is just asking you to get in line with your school of fish. Just be part of this school of fish. That's what's going to help you evolve. That's what's going to help you evolve. Now, I say this because Neptune is going to be highly charged, and Mercury is actually going to be highly charged too. Mercury is in its domicile and in its exaltation in Virgo. So what's happening here is, and Mercury is going to be opposite Saturn, and this is why I'm bringing this up during this eclipse. So what's happening here is that Mercury is like trying to get all the facts, and then Neptune is just bringing those low frequency energies of illusion and delusion and escapism and self-sabotage and whatnot. So this is why there could be some great reality check that you're seeking around this time. This is why I say be very true to yourself and honest with yourself about anything that you do have to release. And it could be, like, again, it could be something within you. It could be the way that you're seeing something. It could be like a habit of yours. It could be, maybe even a grudge. It could be, self-denial about something. It's just something that is holding you back from being your authentic self. And it's when you have that release, you're opening up your heart and you have all this self-love. All right. So keep that in mind. And everyone's going to be different. Like this eclipse, like, again, it's in your 4th house. So something with your domestic sector. All right. So it could be something that's part of you. It could be something, within your physical world, but just know this eclipse is asking you to release something. Now, I talked about Mercury being opposite Saturn. Just keep that in mind. Just like around, Tuesday, Wednesday, not the best time to make like a really big agreement or like sign a contract, because Mercury and Saturn are just not seeing eye to eye. In fact, they're glaring at each other. And then it is, oh, it's just, again, it's that work-life balance, work-home balance for y'all. There's something here where there may be some sort of like, I don't want to say conflict, but just, again, just not seeing eye to eye, like maybe even like a disagreement about something that could come up here. So just be mindful of that with Mercury opposite Saturn. But when you get to Thursday, you see on the September 19th, the sun is going to trine Uranus. And this is really special. And this is really great. This is that breakthrough energy. Uranus is all about breakthroughs. It's all about, feeling free. And so there could be something here where even you receiving news that is just so enlightening and it's surprising, comes out of nowhere. That's what Uranus does. But very auspicious because it is a trine. All right. So it's a grand trine, actually. So it's a great grand trine because the sun is in Virgo and Uranus is in Taurus. And remember, Pluto has moved back into Capricorn. So when you add all those pieces together, Sagittarius, that's your 6th house, your 10th house, and your 2nd house. So there could be something here huge when it comes to work. Huge money, work, all of that. There's something really big. And then you see Saturday, the sun trining Pluto. So remember, this Earth trine is just really special. And Pluto has moved back into Capricorn in your 2nd house of money, income, salary. So there could be something here really big. There could be even an authority figure opening up big like doors for you, making things happen for you. But this is also you coming into your personal transformation. Pluto moving into Capricorn in your 2nd house. Sagittarius, that's big. Okay. 2nd house is also your, things that you value. It's self-value, it's self-worth, it's, material possessions, assets, things like that. All right. So you're going to feel that. And again, really what trines are so auspicious. And then again, on Sunday, we, move into Libra season and Venus moves into Scorpio. And there's a lot that happens, but we're going to talk more about that in next week's reading because those aspects really influence the week after. But I really just wanted you to see that we're moving into Libra season with an eclipse in Libra. That's your 11th house. All right. So friendships, groups you belong to, like I mentioned earlier, there could be something with social media as well, but also like your hopes and wishes and dreams. So let's get started. See what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the week of September 16th to the 22nd for Sagittarius rising and Sagittarius moon. All right. Sagittarius. I do a traditional Cultic Cross spread. It offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, that we will. Secondly, because I was out for a week, I'm trying to get your readings done so you can have them. All right. So that's why you'll see it's a little darker here. I'm doing this at night. Well, it's not like, what time is it? I went nightish. Okay. But anyway, let's see what's going on for you. Okay. So, oh my God. Okay. So, yeah. All right. You're good. Okay. This is okay. It's always a good sign when I'm speechless. Like this is all right, let's just get started. You're obviously really good. You got the 3 of Wands here. So I've loved this new journey that you've already begun. All right. There is a sense of like self-discovery. There's a sense of like, I want to know more about who I am through, my, physical experience, like what's happening in my physical world. And it can be work. There could have been something new that you could have started something new. All right. You could have been seeking something new when it comes to work or just something that's going to fulfill you with your passions. All right. So it doesn't necessarily necessarily have to be work. It can be something that is, if you're retired, just pursuing something, just exploring, going, see, your curiosity getting the best of you, you going out there and seeing what's out there. And I just love the fact that you got the Three of Wands. The sky is the limit, right? It's all sky here. So truly special, truly special, especially because there's a part of you that you're just like, okay, I want to know myself a little bit more too through this process, all right? Whether you're aware of it or not, that's kind of like the big picture here, with this new venture that you're doing. And I want you to have that moment of recognizing that as well. Like, again, when we're talking about being our authentic self and being in touch with our authentic self, now you have the star in the heart of your spread. So literally, I just said that you've got Venus in Libra right now throughout this week, okay? And so literally, we're moving into Libra season with that eclipse in Libra. Libra rules your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. You just got the star attributed to Aquarius, a native ruler of the 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. And wow, I mean, talk about stars aligning for you. This is special. This is great. A lot of wisdom in this card, a lot of healing in this card, but a lot of faith. This is a week where you just may be feeling like really good, like so much faith in yourself, so much trust in yourself, faith in the universe, faith that everything is working out in the direction that you want it to. And you could feel this sense of things growing in your life in this beautiful way. So I really absolutely love this for you. This is like, this is like, look at everything else that's happening. So you also got the High Priestess in your challenge area. Trust your intuition. Don't second guess yourself. Trust your intuition. Okay. That's going to make the biggest difference. Remember, this is a really big eclipse that's asking you to go within. That's really good. It's in Pisces. So it's asking you to go within, be your authentic self, trust your intuition, let your inner voice, everything guide you, right? Your higher self, like just really, really, when you're tapped into your intuition, everything makes sense. You don't stress about anything. You don't worry about anything. You don't doubt anything. So just with the High Priestess in your challenge area, that's all it's really saying. Just, have that moment. Okay. You've got the Empress in your crown. This is amazing. Like, you're good. You're just really good here. The Empress is so much passion, and a lot of it you could just be feeling it with all this, newness in your life. I mean, even thinking about your last week's reading, there was so much like new, right? You got all these threes. The Empress is 3. Okay, 1, 2 equals new reality, birth of new things, and you got the 3 of Cups in your final outcome. You got the 3 of Pentacles as well. Anyway, so the Empress, and so yeah, there could be something that you're seeking, pleasure seeking as well. It's just really, really great here, where you are thinking about like being in this place that's bringing you a lot of comfort, and there is this touch of like sensuality that comes with the Empress too, like feeling through all your senses, connecting with nature as well, but just feeling really good and feeling all this abundance around you. Now you also have the 5 of Wands in the root of your spread. With the 5 of Wands in the root of your spread, that's just a little bit of noise where you just want to. All right, so just there's noise that's there. It could be like this tug of war in your head that's happening, but it just feels like, the thing about the 5 of Wands is that this card is, yes, it's a conflict card. It's the least conflicty. It's just kids swinging their wands in the air. Therefore, it is not worth your time energy. So that could be something that is part of this process that you're recognizing about your transformation and this, really big change of, week of transition that's happening this week in terms of like, what do I have to release? What is that about me? And there could be something really competitive, actually. Well, I mean, let me clarify that one. Yeah, you got the 9 of Cups here. Gosh. Oh my goodness. Sagittarius, you are, I can't even. So if you're not seeing eye to eye with anybody in your physical reality, okay, it really is a matter of getting to the point where you can, but taking that action to be the better person in the situation and just saying, y'all, we gotta see eye to eye here. I'm not gonna let this, I'm on this amazing path. Not gonna let this get in the way. Okay, squashing it like a bug. All right, diplomatically, of course. Diplomatically, you got the Nine of Cups here. And so you work with that energy, whether it's internal or in your physical world. You got something waiting on the other side that's got to be really special. All right. And it seems like you're seeking that. Again, you've got the Empress in your crown. You have the Star. Now you have the Nine of Cups, which is a card of like total, like, enjoyment, and not only enjoyment, but satisfaction, being proud of yourself for how far you've come and for everything that's manifested in your life. So I really love this for you. It is wish fulfillment as well. You see him sitting there like a genie in a bottle. I say this is a genie in a bottle energy. This card actually is attributed to Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces. So great. All right. So it could have to do with, home matters here, because remember, these are children. So referencing like children, remember this eclipse is in your 4th house. Remember, family, children. So there could be something with family or children or whatnot. Something just like, it just feels like some noise that you just gotta like, and then you're going to be fine. You got justice in your future. You're great. You're wonderful. You're wonderful, because justice is attributed to Libra. And so, as I mentioned, there you go. You're moving into your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. Things are happening for you with that star in the heart of your spread. Justice is great. Justice always works in your favor. And so it's really taking that action too. It seems like you may be taking some action for things to work in your favor. There could be something that does happen where this justice is highly associated with karma, right? It's all about wisdom here as well. There is a sense of balance, complete balance with the actions you take, karmic choices that you make, okay, for everything to, again, work out in your favor. All right. I'm going to show you something here. You see the judge is holding the scale. So that's what we're talking about with like that balance. But it's also, like I said, the justice card is attributed to Libra. And we are moving into Libra season. We're moving into that eclipse in Libra. So yeah, take that action that you need. You see that the judge is also holding the sword. So you can see how symmetrical this card is with the sword to the sky, skull to the ground. But either way, like that balance, that symmetry. So using that sword to cut anything that you need to release, like I said earlier, okay? But feeling empowered doing it with justice in your future. But everything is, again, it's like, that like the Hunger Games, when they say like the odds are in your favor, like may the odds be in your favor. They are. You're going to be absolutely fine. This is amazing. This is, I don't even know what to say. This is really, really, really great. All right, let's get to yourself. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius, what a week. This is really, really nice. And just remember, make karmically sound decisions. All right, that's all you need to do. Make karmically sound decisions, especially with justice in your future. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really helps with the algorithm. And I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. All right, so let's see what. Oh my gosh. So I think that I'm going on record here saying this is possibly your best reading of like this year. I'm gonna have to go back and look at your past readings, but this is just, I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't even know what to say. This is really, all you have to do is trust your intuition. You're going to be fine. Cut out that noise. You're going to be fine. Listen, you got the Hierophant. You got, do you see all these major arcana? Like, this is going to be a really big week for you, but all working. You're good. You're good. You got the Hierophant here. So I love that you got the Hierophant. It really reinforces its justice card in your future. You see that they're both sitting between the two pillars, the two columns, whatever you want to call it. what is it called? Like they're from like Solomon's temples, right? The columns of Solomon. So you've heard like about the wisdom of Solomon. So these two cards have a lot of wisdom in them, but seeking that greater truth. But whoa, I mean, I don't even know what to say. But like, you have been going on a journey. You have been going on a journey, and you are just enlightened. Hierophant is a really big spiritual teacher as well. So there could be a part of you that, you're in a place where you just feel like, I am seeking this meaningful life experience. Get that. I understand that. And that's going to be part of my journey moving forward is, I know that I make make my life meaningful. Okay. I'm the one that gets to choose. And so it just seems like there's so much clarity around that. Just this abundance and just, oh my goodness. You got the Queen of Wands in your external factors area. Okay. So, Queen of Wands, someone who is very charismatic, she's the popular queen, and she's the one who has so much passion for, what she does in her life. She's so optimistic. People gravitate toward her because she is vibrating at like an 11 out of 10, like that high frequency. So this is really great. This is someone who, remember I said someone could be opening doors for you. Yeah. Someone who is just, she is like the entrepreneur, by the way, the Queen of Wands. So it could be in a work sense. I mean, it is wands, but something with like, passions, but your passions, but there is so much abundance here. I don't even know what to say. I mean, you got the Wheel of Fortune as well. This card is attributed to Jupiter being all about abundance and good fortune, luck. There's a sense of fate with the Wheel of Fortune. Remember, that's the same thing with eclipses as well. There's like those points of fate. But yeah, it just seems like you are seeking that. You are seeking this change. You are actively moving toward it. And then the Fool in your final outcome. So you can expect your life to change. Yeah, this is a life-changing week. I'm not going to even get this. Look at what's happening here. Okay. So what makes this really crazy is that last week you got the Fool in your crown. And so it's almost like when you think about the progression of that's happening, it's almost like everything that you were wanting and manifesting and thinking about last week is coming to fruition now. All right. This is what you manifested. The Fool in your final outcome, where you're kicking off this new journey. You see the full abundance of the sun here. You see this card is also like just so optimistic. A lot of innocence in this card. Really remember what I said. Leaving of what you need to leave behind, okay? Really having that release, not taking anything extra baggage, right? You even see his little satchel there. He's only taking the essentials. He's only taking like the bare essentials, moving forward into this new journey. We're kicking off the Fool's journey. All right. So you're on this brand new journey. And that's why I say release the things that you don't need. That's only going to serve you well. You don't need all that weight. You're going to be fine moving forward, but taking a big risk as well. Some of you may be taking this big risk because you have faith. You have faith. Everything's working out for you. Stars are aligning for you. Okay. A lot of confidence here with that risk taking. I mean, you would see him standing on the edge of the cliff here, not even looking down. That's how much faith he has. And I love this for you. You're good. You're good. You know you're good. And I would have to say this it's got to be your best weekly. And don't tell any other side, but like, even like, just in general, not even just for Sagittarius, but just in general, this is just rare. This is crazy. I mean, okay, so let me just show you. You got the Fool, you got the Empress, you got the Hierophant, you got the Star, you got Justice, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Look at all those major arcanas. I mean, you did get the High Priestess too in your challenge area. Just saying, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Okay, it's gonna serve you well. And then you got the Queen of Wands. You got the Nine of Cups. I mean, like, you're good. You're good. Sagittarius, I'm very excited for you. This is gonna be amazing. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know, what is this new journey that you're going on? What is this new? Even it's like spiritual journey. I mean, like the Fool is really that essence of the soul, like the soul's journey. So there's just this definitely big transformation that's happening with you. But I am very excited for you. Okay. Yeah, leave comments. And then next week we will talk about everything happening next week, Libra season. You even got, with Venus moving into Scorpio, that is your 12th house. So a lot of spirituality there, intuition there. Anyway, we'll talk next week. Sagittarius, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. All right. Bye-bye.